All right, welcome back, friends. So we are now on the fourth layer. So right here, this is the third layer, and we're going to be starting the fourth. So this is about the point where I would start to see kind of what it looks like to me, what is taking shape. Does it feel more oceany or earthy? Does it have a sort of atmosphere to it? Does it feel warm and welcoming? Does it feel kind of relaxing? Does it feel energetic? What is it kind of provoking in you at this point? Do you see any shapes? Is there anything like this still looks kind of like an organ to me, like a lung or like a kidney? I'm not an insides of the body person, so this almost looks like a shell shape that I could play with. So if I wanted to, I could bring in more of the dark colors, so more of this Payne's gray and this dark teal, and kind of finish out this circle, and then go in with like a small brush and kind of fill this in and make that a little shell. I really like this little shape here, that's interesting. I could kind of go around that if I wanted with like an iridescent color and make that seem sort of watery and have this be like a jellyfish or some kind of jellyfish-like creature. What else? This also kind of looks caterpillar-y, especially from this angle, just these textures here. So if I wanted, I could take more of these light blues and fill that in along here to make that line more clear. And that would also accentuate kind of the form that's already there. You could also take that white and do little curves, like merp merp, the standard curve sound, merp merp, but just do little curves, and those curves will be the implied kind of legs of the caterpillar. So that's a very easy way to make something that's just very abstract still register to the mind as something that it's familiar with. Oh, this is an interesting one too. This is very fun. I definitely want to keep some of this. I'm almost feeling like, and again, in the comments, feel free to like tell me the timestamp and tell me what you see. I just love, 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 love finding out what other people, discover in my work, because it's it's a mystery to me, and it's always fun for me to discover it, but it's even more fun to kind of get that interaction from others and kind of see where their imagination takes them within my work. So what I'm kind of seeing here is almost like a tree with roots, but roots that also kind of go into this organ shape. So I'm wanting to keep a lot of that, but what I'm thinking I'm going to do is make it more of like a swan shape, because I'm seeing kind of like a bird here with like the feet. So I'm going to fill this in now in a way that's just like my intention, I guess, going into it. I'm not really sure how that's going to work exactly, or what's going to appear in the background and around it as I go. So in that way, it's still very intuitive. I'm still just relaxed into the process. All I know is where I'm taking it at this point. It's just kind of filling in the bits that will register enough that someone else will pick up the kind of bird image there. So I'm not necessarily making it a hyper-realistic bird or anything. just enough that, you know, the mind can kind of make those connections. So I'll get started and I'll kind of do my best to explain how I'm doing it. So at this point, I do use reference images if I need to. So I love Pinterest.